Kevin and I first met back in 1958. We were entering freshman at Boston College. He was always a very good guy. He was one of the fun guys on campus. There's no question about that. He enjoyed life tremendously, and if there was a party, Kevin was there.
He became successful through tenacity. I mean, going from a bond trader to starting a parking company. It's like, are you nuts? That's who he was.
Working with my dad was hysterical. So we had an absolute blast because we both had no idea what we were doing and had to figure it out together. And as we learned our way, we became more aware of how lucky we really were and are. We spent a lot of time talking about the wonderful people we work with. You know, we'd have pinch me moments weekly, and that's what was really fun.
He has a great sense of humor, a very dry sense of humor, and I would love when he would just burst out laughing.
He's a good Irishman. He never forgets people he dislikes, okay? Let's put it that way. I would never get in a car and drive with him, I'll tell you that. Boston's bad drivers. And Kevin's right up there in the top 10. I'm gonna go cross town, get something to eat. I'll meet you. He's an unusual guy.
I always found him very personal, very easy to talk to, very friendly. Every person should be blessed to have had a friend like Kevin.
One of the things that Kevin's the most proud of is his family. There's nothing that gives him more joy in life than his children and his grandchildren.
Walk into Kevin's room, all those pictures of his kids, his grandchildren, which give him so much joy.
He's such an emotional and such a caring, connecting guy that, with his kids and with all the grandkids, it's just one big love fest.
He is a very sensitive man who's very appreciative for all that life has given to him. His family, his children, grandchildren. He's just so grateful. But then the people that come into his life, the causes that he really believes in.
He steps up to the plate. And one of his greatest attributes is his ability to see greatness in other people.
That he has a tremendous amount of empathy for the people that have worked for him and really tries to pay attention to what's their experience right now, what's happening in their life, what's challenging, what can he make better.
This company, helped us a lot. Come on, 13 years?
People that didn't have as much as him, people that were struggling, became part of Kevin's life.
There was no bad cause. If there was a need there, he wanted to help out.
I think what it was about Labouré in large part was that he could see that a lot of these folks who come to Labouré are not the normal 18-year-old just graduated from high school. A lot of these folks perhaps could be single moms. They need a little bit of help. The fact that, all of a sudden you get them a college degree in nursing and they're working, they're no longer in welfare. They're a very huge contributor into society, and I think it impacted Kevin big time.
I was in a tough place where I didn't know if I would be able to continue in this semester, being a single mom of 3 children. The scholarship that I got last semester, I didn't know who it was coming from. It really touches my heart, and it makes me feel that one day when I'm done, I want to do the same thing.
It was never even a second thought for him to support a group or person that needed it.
He always has a soft spot for the underdog. Kevin's generosity and his giving back to the community really comes from a sense of where he was in his life and where he is now.
Kevin is like a father to a lot of people. He brings that pride when other people have achieved their accomplishments in their life, especially underdogs. He's like the greatest champion.
An unusual human being. He said, maybe I had 4 or 5 dear friends. He's one.
In Yiddish, there's a term that when you call this person, it's probably the highest compliment that can be paid. In my opinion, he's what you call a mensch.
Like his plan for how he wanted to treat people was exceptional. If you look at his life and his body of work, the amount of wonderful things he did for people and, the way that he treated me especially, was very, very special.
He's a cheerleader for people. He's been a cheerleader for me. He's the type of person that wants to leave the world a better place, and he has left the world a better place, and I'm really grateful for that.